Sha'Carri Richardson, 2025 owes me nothing after Tokyo 5th place. Sha'Carri Richardson, 2025 owes me nothing. The lights of the Olympic Stadium in Tokyo cast long shadows across the track. The women's 100 meters, the marquee event of global athletics, had just finished, and the scoreboard glowed with the names of champions. Sha'Carri Richardson's name was there too, but not in the spot she once dreamed of. 5th place. For some, it would have been disappointment, a crushing reminder of a dream deferred. For Sha'Carri Richardson, however, it was something else. A moment of clarity, of grace, of peace. And so, as cameras swarmed, microphones pressed forward, and millions tuned in across the world, she smiled, lifted her chin, and said words that echoed far beyond the track. 2025 owes me nothing. The weight of expectation. No athlete arrives at the Olympics without carrying stories. For Sha'Carri Richardson, those stories stretched long and heavy. From the moment she burst onto the scene in 2019 with her fiery speed and even fiercer personality, Richardson was branded the future of American sprinting. Her flamboyant hair, long nails, and unapologetic swagger made her an instant icon, someone who didn't just run races but performed them. She wasn't just fast. She was fast with flair. Reporters called her the new FloJo. Fans dubbed her the American sprint queen in waiting. And sponsors saw her as the bold, charismatic face who could define a generation. But fame, as Richardson learned, comes with weight. Every start became a test, every stumble a scandal. Her journey to Tokyo 2025 was not simply about sprinting. It was about surviving the storms. The road through fire. Richardson's career has never followed a smooth track. It has been jagged, turbulent, and alive with drama. 2021. Trials triumph and Tokyo heartbreak. She had electrified the U.S. Olympic trials with a 10.86 win, only to lose her Olympic dream days later after testing positive for marijuana. The news broke hearts across America. To some, she was reckless. To others, she was a victim of outdated rules. But to all, she became the story that summer. 2022. Retain and struggle. Richardson returned to the track, but her performances faltered. Critics grew louder. Was she a prodigy burning out before her time? Could she ever recapture the spark? 2023. Redemption in Budapest. In one of the most triumphant comebacks in sprint history, she blazed to world championship gold in the 100-meter. With her hair flowing and her nails flashing, she silenced doubters and reclaimed her crown, running 10.65 to equal the 5th fastest time in history. 2024. Injuries and inconsistencies. Just when momentum seemed haze, injuries plagued her season. The build-up to the Olympics was full of questions. Could she regain peak form? Could she outrun not just her rivals, but the ghosts of expectation? By the time she reached Tokyo in 2025, Sha'Carri was no longer just an athlete. She was a symbol of resilience, of defiance, of the power to fall and rise again. The race in Tokyo. The final was everything the world had hoped for. The stadium crackled with anticipation, a collision of speed, rivalry, and legacy. On the line stood Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, Shericka Jackson, Julian Alfred, and Sha'Carri Richardson, each with stories, each with something to prove. The gun fired. Richardson exploded from the blocks, but her start wasn't perfect. Jefferson-Wooden surged ahead. Jackson followed. Alfred kept pace. Sha'Carri fought, her stride long, her arms slicing through the Tokyo air. But the gap was there. She pushed, she strained, she fought the ghosts of her past, but the finish line came too soon. 5th. The roar of the crowd swallowed the result. Jefferson-Wooden celebrated her gold. Jackson lifted the Jamaican flag. Cameras clicked. But amid it all, Richardson smiled. She had run her race. She had given her all. And in that giving, she found peace. 2025 owes me nothing. When the journalists gathered, expecting tears, excuses, or frustration, Richardson surprised them all. 2025 owes me nothing, she said, her voice calm, her face serene. It was not resignation. It was not defeat. It was acceptance, a declaration that her worth was not tied to medals, that her journey was bigger than one race. Those 5 words revealed the heart of Sha'Carri Richardson, a woman who had faced storms, endured public judgment, and fought her way back into the light. To her, 5th place was not failure. It was freedom. The crowd may not have crowned her champion, But she had crowned herself with peace. Beyond medals, the meaning of her words. Why did her statement resonate so deeply? Because it was about more than athletics. It was about life. For years, Sha'Carri Richardson carried the weight of expectation. From coaches, from fans, from the media, from America itself. Every misstep became a headline, every loss an indictment. By saying 2025 owes me nothing, she was stripping away that weight. She was saying, I do not measure myself by your stopwatch. I do not owe you proof of my greatness. I have run, I have lived, I have given, and that is enough. In those words, she transformed from an athlete chasing validation to a woman embracing her wholeness. Echoes of the past. History is full of athletes who have struggled with expectation. Florence Griffith Joyner, whose shadow followed Richardson, was often defined by her records more than her humanity. Marion Jones, another American sprint queen, was consumed by scandal. Richardson's story is different. She never hid behind facades. She never pretended perfection. She let the world see her pain, her joy, her mistakes, and her triumphs. That vulnerability became her power. 2025 owes me nothing was not just a reflection on a race. It was a reflection on a career lived openly, unapologetically, and authentically. The fans' response. Around the world, her words sparked conversations. Some fans wept, recalling her journey from fiery teenager to global icon. Others flooded social media with tributes, praising her courage and honesty. You don't have to win gold to be golden. One fan wrote, She's more than a sprinter. She's a lesson in resilience, said another. In Jamaica, where sprinting is religion, many respected her humility. In America, young girls posted videos of themselves sprinting in neon wigs and long nails, saying, I want to be like Sha'Carri. Her fifth place had not diminished her light. If anything, it had made it shine brighter. The rivalries that shaped her. Sha'Carri's career cannot be told without her rivals. Elaine Thompson-Herah, who once seemed unbeatable, pushed her to chase greatness. Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce, the Jamaican queen, was both rival and inspiration, a reminder of longevity and grace. Shericka Jackson, whose power and consistency tested her every race. Melissa Jefferson Wooden, the new American star, symbolized the passing of torches and the rise of a new generation. These women sharpened her, challenged her, and in Tokyo, they stood before and beside her. Sha'Carri did not curse the outcome. She honored it. Because for Richardson, the journey was never about being the only star. It was about being part of a galaxy. Life beyond the track. Where does Sha'Carri Richardson go from here? Perhaps the better question is, where can't she go? Sha'Carri Richardson did not leave Tokyo with a medal. She left with something rarer. Freedom. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.